Good morning and welcome to a new topic. I'm pretty excited today actually. So the reason behind I'm excited because I could able to run now a model or LLMs on my computer locally. Okay, so few of the steps I have already done, so that will go through the related documentation as well. Everything is in place. That's how we believe it would be easier for everyone. But for this time, it's not a learning track, but rather than directly the blog post. Okay, so I'll share the blog post link within the video, so it would be easier for you. Let me know. Okay. So the whole topic is running the Gemma4 locally on your computer. Okay, I'm using Ollama to run the Gemma4 model. Not only Gemma4, few more as well. That will go through. Okay. So what I did, a few of the things are already, if you see in this terminal, right? You see few of the things are already in done place. So I'll go through the previous step, this documentation, and that's what we'll do on the what are the steps we did. Okay, I have a 3-year-old computer, 4-year-old computer, which is not having any GPU. So if you believe to learn all those things you need GPUs, yeah, for the make it quick, yes, but for exploration you can work out. So I'm having a 4-core simple computer with the Ubuntu server running on this with 8 GB normal RAM, not the GPU based RAM. Okay, so let's go through. What I have done so far is on the computer I have just updated the packages just for security and installed the call package. Okay, so this command are already there. This has been executed on the command, but in the terminal you will not be able to see that one because it went up. What are the key topic we have done, that I will let you know. Okay, then the regular thing, free checking hard disk, all those things. This will let you know that you have around 4 GB, 8 GB of RAM. Okay, you can also try a few of the command like to check GPU is there or not, that you can search it. Okay, and because it is just a 4 GB, 8 GB RAM, I have to enable the swap. Okay, this is the step how you can enable this swap actually on your computer. Okay, what I did is I used the Ollama and install it in the terminal. Okay, and once it is installed you can check with the Ollama version. Okay, if I go through a new terminal, that's on the remote computer. Okay, so Ollama version. Okay, that's the latest version. Okay, and if you see, this is what the couple of things what I have done is the update this. Let's go through history and few of the command you can see already. Yeah, you don't have to check. this I have a cluster of computers, so the cockroach DB everything get installed over here, but leave that one for now, I believe. Okay, this is not there on this computer. Okay, no, that's not an issue. We do a check with the free, that's it's just simple one, 8 GB, and the swap has been enabled. Okay, now this is what the command you need to execute. This command will continue and install. As I have already installed, you don't have, I mean, I'm not doing it up. Okay, and then you can check this one. So as I have executed, okay, you can see the latest version, Ollama version. Okay, fine, it's 0.32.5. Now what is Ollama? Is Ollama will help you to install to execute couple of models which is open source one, right? In a single Ollama you can run n number of models based on your computer. that we'll go through. I'll show you that one as well. Okay, I'll show you all the documentation, then we can go through this one. So Ollama is a lightweight runtime that package, download and serve LLM. Okay, so that's the key thing. You can execute directly, but I'm using one more tool that will go through how to see through, how to use that tool so that you can make a UI based communication as well. Okay, so far good. It's installed. You can check the system status of this one. Okay, so you can see it is running. Okay, it will give you a few of the details about this one. So what is the limit, how the memory usage, the CPU usage, everything you will get over here. Okay, and based on that, then you can actually enable that. Okay, and by default the Ollama start with the localhost 11434. Okay, if you see this one, by default it is saying the localhost 11434, but what I have done is I have did some change so that I can access so everything throughout different computer. Okay, let's go through the documentation again. Fine. Okay, so so for this what I have done is I have edited this Ollama system CTL, and I have added this particular line. Actually I have added few more lines, but what exactly I am telling you is telling this line is this will not only listen to the local computer 11434 rather than any computer within the network, because I want to play around with any computer. That's what I'm doing it up, and you can actually reload after doing this one. And because it is running on 11434, the firewall need to be opened. Okay, this is another one which I have already done, because I also want to use a UI which don't come by default along with Ollama to interact with the different LLM when you are running that one on locally, but for future. Okay, we'll go through this one. Once it is done, so rest of the steps are already there in the screen. Okay, so what I've done is after that I pull a particular model. What I've done is Gemma4 with 4 billion based parameter based model. Okay, so there are multiple models are there, Gemma2, Gemma3, Gemma4, and within that you have 2 billion parameter one, 4 billion parameter one, you get 16 billion and 32 billion parameter one, and different parameters are there. Each parameter need its own computing power and memory. That's why we have them. So I would be having some, yeah. Okay, so Gemma4 2 billion parameter, how much it takes, all those things, detailed one, it is there. Gemma4 4 billion parameter, 26 billion parameter, 31 billion parameter. Fine. So what I did is I installed this particular, but you can actually install all those things, multiple things. We'll go through all those things. How exactly you can see that one is Ollama. Okay, let me clear the screen. Oh, it is small, right? Let me make it big. Okay, hope you can see it now. Okay, no. Anyway, this command is already there. So let me see if we can increase the font size. Font settings, and let's see if I can get something with the font. Parents, sorry, I should have done this one previous. Text. Okay, font size, let me make it 24. Okay, this is good now. Let me make sure it is within the, okay, fine. So let me clear the screen. After installation, anyway, those output you can check, but let me rerun the output so that it would be easier. So, okay, Ollama version, I have executed one. Okay, and along with that, the status, you can see that one. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, then it's enable, all those things are there. You can check this one actually, the parameter, you can add this one. I've added few more, and you can, I've done what I've done is I pull the image. Okay, so when you pull the image, Ollama pull, and the model what you want to pull it. Okay, Ollama will help you to pull that particular model. Once you have the Ollama pull, okay, and this is where you can actually run the image, run the model. So how exactly you run the model is this. So let me run the model on another terminal. Okay, so it's Ollama run and your model number, model name. So if you see, it will take time because I'm just using optimization of everything. Okay, it will load the model and then you can do the test. Okay, for example, this is the command. We can run this particular command, right? You can run this command. Make sure the model name is over here. Okay, and I'm passing actually hi. Okay, so once you are there on the prompt, you can type regular related things. For example, just type hi. Okay, it will reply the related information. Because I'm just using, I mean, my system is normal one, it takes a little bit slower, but it's good enough. Okay, based on your computer it would be even better. You can install a bigger model, all those things. Once you have the Ollama installed, it's all your freedom. You can use any of the model you want. Okay, I'll show you some more things, but this is how exactly it's actually looking for. Okay, so internal detail, analyze, all those things you can see. It is going to show you rest of the things. So you can do what are the other command parameter, you can set all those things. Okay, but you don't want to go for terminal again and again, right? Sometimes, so you might like to have a UI based. So that's the further work we have done. So this is one way. Another one is you can call the API directly. Okay, and enter it. If you see, so this is localhost on the port 11434, it is running. Okay, and this is the model. Okay, it's a user and the context is hi. You can type anything else, you get the similar JSON output. Fine. Okay, so this is rest of the information. You can stop the service if you want. Okay, along with this basic model, I have added two more extra parameters that you can do it. Okay, this part is the UI part. Okay, so obviously sometimes you might not like to go through a terminal one and you want the UI based. This is the command. So you can have a package installed which is called as WebUI. This I have already installed. How exactly you can check? Okay, this is the JSON output. Okay, what this guy is saying as a reply, you can get it over here. Okay, fine. So these are JSON based. You can rest of the things you can. It says like context reply back, right? Hi, how can I help you today? Fine. Okay. How exactly you can go through? I have multiple services running, so ignore that one. Um, it would become slow. Okay. If you see, this is what exactly it is running. Your okay 411434. This is where the Ollama is running, and along with that, you can see a UI based. Okay, we have cockroach DB, all those things. That's we'll go through on a different training videos. Fine, and now that everything is there with even sudo docker ps, and you can see that something is running just about an hour, right? Okay, that's the time you can I just did all this experiment. Okay, so there is nothing, but that's pretty much what I've done. That is there in the documentation. Now let's go through this, right? Once you have the firewall open, and if you go through this port of the Ollama, you see something like this. Ollama is running. Make sure you have these um, firewall open, as well as your service should be able to listen on for every IP address within the network. Okay, because it's a private network, so accessing privately. But once you have the UI installed, you get something like this. How you will access is your remote server colon 3000. If you see, your port is running on 3000, right? Okay, where the 3000 I can see it. Let me, it was there, okay, this computer. You see, it is running, right? That's what it is there. You access that one. This is the very first time, so this is how you can see it. Okay, let me move myself here. Okay, this is what you see by default, very first time. Okay, and let's do a little bit. You can read the doc. This is exactly I'm doing along with you. Let's see. This is how you can see with the rest of the configuration and everything, right? This is the documentation you can go through. So what this guy is saying is, let's click on start. Okay, I'll put my name and a password. Fine. Okay, and few of the system settings you can do over here. I'll just say okay, let's go. Okay, this is where the things are there. If you see, you can actually get multiple model. How exactly this model is coming up? You can change the model, everything you can do it. Okay, over here you have these different models there. Okay, Gemma4, which is 8 GB one, you can change it. And this one is another one. You can write question over here and it will give you how exactly that one is coming. Okay, I just did hi. Let's see how exactly this guy is doing. So I've created another documentation that's also I'll share with this, that not only these Ollama model, not Ollama, Gemma model you have to install, you can install any open models as long as you have the resources. So this is few of the other models that is easier for documentation for learning computer wise. So I asked for like, okay, give me the best learning one. So it has given this one. So what I have done is just before starting, I thought of like, let me execute another pull command, right? So in this pull, okay, This is another pull. This is Docker. Yeah. Where I did the pull. Okay, I did actually pull over here. Okay, on this I pulled this one, and this is a smaller model. That's what it actually 1.9 GB one, and based on this model you can see that. So the best part in the UI, whatever you want to install, you can see every model on this. Okay, so it is not able to connect. Let's try the Gemma model. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, sorry, I've actually stopped this one, that's what. So the Docker container will execute. Come to the first one. Okay, we'll run this model again. I'll close it. Okay. Let's see how exactly it is working. This model is there. Okay. Let me try with another model. The good part is you can see the history, everything you can see over here. Okay, it will take some time anyway on the UI. The best part, you can do the run on the terminal and you can execute whatever you want. Okay, it is becoming 2-1. I'm trying Gemma on the terminal and UI it's trying with Gwen. Let's see. Now let me stop and try with this model. What is this arena model? Some other model or what? Okay, let's see. Obviously you just have to wait for the system resource, but I believe you got it. You got the point that this is how you can execute your LLMs on your local computer. Okay, few of the informations I have made it over here. You can list out all these model which is there in your computer. Okay, obviously it will become slow because I have OBS running on another computer. Okay, fine. Okay, multiple models are there because of that reason it becomes slow for sure. Let me refresh it. Terminal, see what is actually it's showing on the terminal. Still taking some time. Okay, so over here you see I have a Gemma4 4 billion model, as well as I have Quen 2.5 model. Okay, so you can install n number of model and you can swap between your models. Actually, based on your choice you can actually swap between different model. For example, let's say if I want DeepSeek, right? This is the command I'll do. Go to terminal and I'll do this one. It will take its own time, and once it is done, you get into the UI and you should be able to do that. Obviously, based on resources, everything is there, but yes. Yeah, I said hi, it gave me this. Okay, in the model, let me try with Gemma model. Okay, and see hi, what this guy is saying. Okay, probably because after the changing of the model, should I refresh? Let's see. But anyway, if you go through another blog, you can pull multiple images, models. This is what it is, and that's how you will use it. Multiple model, you can switch between different one. You can stop that particular model. Few of the commands, Ollama related commands we can go through. That is what it would be. Okay, it's tough for some reason, but Ollama list you saw. Okay, and this is what you can see. Let's try another one. Okay, it is not taking on this, but that's okay. Okay, anyway, you got some idea, right? It's not coming over here, but anyway, PSEF grep-I Ollama. You can see few of the things are running. Okay. If you see, let's try how exactly the top is coming up. Okay. Anyway, that's not the key part. The key part is you can able to run your query. You can have your local installation. So hope you got some idea. Most of the things are documented that I'll upload to the video link. And yeah, happy learning, and let's explore. Thank you.